Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Haanahgrace. Today I want to discuss Martel and Arione. Are they plotting again? Let's talk about it.
The views expressed in this video are for entertainment purposes only. All commentary is alleged.
And so I generally do not like talking about Arione, calling her by name. But today I'm going to call her by name, Arione. And I'm going to call Martel Holt by his name, Martel Holt. Are y'all plotting again? The reason I'm asking this question is because of the Instagram post that Martel recently posted. He says that I don't want Melody back. I know we've all heard the post. As I go through this video, I'm going to read a little bit more, but I want to stop right there. He says, I don't want her back. And he has an exclamation point right there. And then he goes on to say, this scene is me playing teen ball. He has another exclamation point there again. And he goes on to say, I'm going to skip a little bit because I just want to give you all everything that has these exclamation points. Then he says, she got me in court. I'm abusing my kids. Now she has merchandise saying she's against abuse. She tried to get me. Another exclamation point. And he goes on to say that Carlos begged him to bring her the flowers, talking about the Holts need to take back the show. My only question was, did y'all talk with Melody? The answer was yes, so I was down. But just like you were delusional about at SAPH wanting you back, it's the same over here. Another exclamation point. So here is the last statement that he made that has an exclamation point. It says, the frustration you see on my face is her not doing what the producer said she was going to do. All this SHIT is definitely for TV. We're actors! Exclamation point. Now let's listen to this post that Arione posted on her Instagram several months ago. She says, F you, Martel Holt. You made me like this. It took 2 seasons of you discussing me every episode to make her famous. And she left you to even say something. I was so dumb! Exclamation point. I hope your 3 daughters never run into a man like you! Exclamation point. And loyal to you, you've been using me! Exclamation point. My heart hurts for you and you still don't get it! Exclamation point. You could have moved on and kept it real, but you lied about it! Exclamation point. Stop placing blame on me. Then she got like 15 exclamation points, maybe 13 to 15 exclamation points right here. I was loyal to you. You went and got an old bitch. Best of luck to you! Exclamation point. Still a narcissist, manipulator, trying to make this my fault. Bye. Don't email me unless it's about Knox! Exclamation point. We have nothing to talk about. My closure was seeing you on the blogs. Yours would be seeing me with my new man. Don't email me back. She got like 15 or maybe about 15 to 18 exclamation points there. You been a liability? What you talking about? Several dots, and then she says slow. So we know Arione said that she got an A in English, but I don't know if she got an A. It's very surprising, but I won't doubt her on that. But generally, people use exclamation points after a word or group or sentence in order to emphasize a point or to express strong emotion or surprise. So we see throughout her last, the post that she made, it was strong emotions throughout the entire thing. And so we can understand that. But she used so many. And it's the same thing with the post that Martel made. I know he yelled a lot and he always screaming and all of this, but the style of writing in these 2 posts are so similar. Exclamation points throughout the whole thing. And sometimes, there's periods you can use, there's commas, there's all kinds of punctuation marks you could have used, but they're using these exclamation points. So that brings me to the conclusion that they wrote this either together. I'm talking about Martel's post. They wrote it together, or she wrote it and then she let him proofread it, and then he posted it on his Instagram. But either way it go, it's is given plot. And the reason I'm saying plot is because that when they challenge Carlos in my real life or don't feel me at all, Martel, this is your real life. You are filming your real life. You are, in my opinion, he's telling Curry that this is not what he wants to film. And she has had this narrative for months and years now that is not real. We've heard her for years. Y'all listen to that show. It's not real. These people using me as their storyline. I made all these people famous. And this is what she's been saying for years. The story that it's a fake TV show. I don't see why y'all believe that TV show. And now Martel is coming out with this same narrative on this post. But again, I think Curry wrote this post. But he signed off on it. But what he's doing is playing with his job now. And that's on him. So if you believe, like Curry said, this is a fake show. Now, I don't even think she believes it's a fake show. In my opinion, this is Martel and Arione Curry's last-ditch effort to get her on the show. And remember, Queen Sheba gave us a little tease, said that that is Curry and Martel Holt, wanted OWN to give them $1 million for her to come on that show. But OWN did not give them no $1 million, and Arione Curry did not come on that show. So again, here Martel and Arione Curry challenging Carlos. If you're not going to film our real life, then don't film me at all. I think that they have overestimated Martel's value to this show. And I think they also think, since, this is our chance, we're going to go for it. We're going to keep on pressing it until we get Arione on this show. That's what I think they're doing. But again, they're going to, before she gets on that show, Martel will be gone. But he don't see that. In my opinion, this is another one of Martel's plots. He wants to bring Arione Curry or his son that he has with Curry, or just his son, onto this show. But here we go again. We've seen them plotting against, we've seen so many plots that Martel and Arione Curry have come up with for so many years now. But this one gonna fail too. Aren't they tired of losing? Let's look at some of these plots that Arione Curry and Martel Holt have carried out throughout the years. Okay, in my opinion, the first plot that Arione Curry put forward was her plot to get on the show. First, let me back up. She wanted to destroy a marriage and break up a family. That was her first plot. I don't care what she say. I don't care what she think. There's no way you're going to be messing with someone's husband for 2-3 years, knowing he was married. Once Melody find out, you still messing with the same man 7 months later. The wife leave him. He takes the wife and the husband reunite for years, and you still hanging on to this man years later in these people's marriage. You're not telling me that you didn't want to destroy this marriage. I don't care what you say. That was a plot. Another plot was, once you found out that they were greenlit for the show and you saw their life, because at that time Martel had actually stopped dealing with Curry. She said it herself. And she even got onto social media talking really, really bad about Martel and his wife, his ex-wife, Melody, at the time. So now we see years later, here this lady is plotting again, and she got pregnant. That girl got pregnant on purpose, in my opinion, to have that baby so she could break up the marriage or get on the show, or break up the marriage and get on the show. That was her plot. So she was instrumental, not completely. She didn't totally break up the marriage. Martel did that himself. But because this girl had got pregnant, there was no way Martel could get out of there. So Melody wasn't coming back to him. So here it is, months later, after Martel realized that I think Martel could have dealt pretty well with the divorce, because he realized he messed up. But he cannot deal with Melody's success and him not being successful in his, endeavors, in his cookbook, modeling career, wine, whatever he did, nothing worked. But everything primarily that Melody did and is doing, from her God Said Go merchandise to 7th Avenue beauty products to her classes on property preservation, her Tilted Crowns production, music, movie deals, speaking engagements. I know I'm leaving out a lot. And the list goes on and on and on. And so when Martel realized he wasn't as successful as he thought he was alone, he couldn't do anything by himself. And he had to realize that, we were a good team and we did make a lot of money together, but now I can't do anything. So he became flat out broke. The man didn't have nothing. Curry even said, she said on one of those tapes with one of the bloggers, Arione, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? I ain't gonna have no money. I ain't gonna have no money. If we had $1 million, then I'll take care of you. But I ain't gonna have no money. And so the broker that Martel became, we see his mom her house allegedly had gone into foreclosure. He didn't have no house because he lost the houses once they divorced. In the divorce, they had to sell or whatever. The land that they had to sell, I'm not sure what happened to that. But now Martel is broke. So now Melody and Martel are divorced. Curry has another child. Now he got 5 kids. And so Curry realized, along with Martel, that they don't have the lifestyle that they used to have. So now they begin to plot. We began to see, shortly after the divorce, we see Martel trying to make Melody look like she was a bad mother. He decided, I want full custody of the children. You got too many babysitters. You have 20-something babysitters. He put this narrative out that Melody was not a good mother and that she wasn't taking care of the children, but he was this dominant father, and he was always a dominant parent, and that he was more fit than Melody to get the kids. So he decides to take Melody to court for full custody. Now, he did lose that case, but that was a plot. The plot was, now since I can't make money, I'm going to take you to court, take full custody of the children, and file child support against you. He didn't get none of that. That was plot number 2. To make her look bad as a mother, to take her to court and get full custody of the children, to get child support so he can have money in his pocket. That's what he did. And so I believe also, while he's cooking up this plan to make Melody look like a bad parent, he also cooked up a plan to put out a revenge video of Melody. It was a fake video that he drug his baby mama into, and wanted her to be the one to release the video, creating a fake page, Instagram page or YouTube page or whatever his plan was, to create this fake page, put Melody on there. This man here is like Melody said, you are the lowest of the low of the scum of the earth for coming up with this plot and bringing your baby mama in. And she is the lowest of the low of the scum of the earth to agree with you and to release information that you gave her, to release a visual of your ex-wife with you to someone else and let other people say. And then she got on your baby mama, Arione Curry, got on the social media and started talking bad about Melody. I got evidence. I got you in the hotel, blah, blah, blah. You said it and it's recorded, Arione Curry. You said it. And then you, Arione Curry, because you didn't want to upset Martel, you went and tried to drag in another person. And in my opinion, this is all alleged, and in my opinion, you tried to get somebody else to release that video because you knew it was going to come back to you. In my opinion, that is the only logical reason why you told Carson Blue your plot. because you wanted to ask her to do it, because you did not want to upset Martel. You didn't want to upset him. And for that, I hope you and Martel get what y'all deserve legally, because that was a criminal act that y'all did. And further evidence shows that you all did that, because the videos, the YouTube videos that have been released over the last few months, your voice is on there saying that Martel asked you to do that. That was a criminal act. That was a plot against Melody to ruin her reputation, to get people to dislike her, to try to stop her bag, all of that. But guess what? That plot, just like the other ones, backfired on y'all. And Arione Curry, let me tell you something. You're saying that you made all of these people famous. You didn't make nobody famous. Melody was the one who went to Carlos King with this idea. Carlos King agreed to get them a reality TV show. He was successful because of Melody and Hotel, not because of you. No one would have ever known you if you hadn't ran your big mouth. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you another thing. You didn't make Melody famous at all. And I'm pretty sure you didn't make nobody else famous. What that is the scripture that says your enemy will be made your footstool. You didn't make nobody famous. Melody, you were Melody's footstool. God said in his word, I will make your enemy your footstool. You don't have to worry about it, because you became an enemy when you decide to stick your butt, nose, and whatever else in someone else's marriage. And you messing with people's children and their families. And for that, you are an enemy. And for that, hey, Melody's blessings, not just because of that, because I'm just going to say Melody was successful anyway. God has blessed her. Blessings overtake her. But hey, just a little icing on the cake. You a footstool. And so now, again, you made nobody famous. In fact, you're not even famous. But I tell you one thing. If you think you are so famous, why don't you go and get your own TV show? Pitch your own reality show. Start your own businesses. Use your own likeness to get something. Don't try to glow up off of nobody else. And that's why you are upset, because it ain't worked out for you. And it's not going to work out for you. None of this is going to work out for you. But see, now if you go over there and take care of your business in your own house and do your own thing and stop talking about you want to get on this TV show, go about your business. Maybe, just maybe, you might get something. But over here where Melody is residing and God blessed her with this, you're not going to get on this. And as a matter of fact, because you and Martel plotted this thing, Arione Curry, I believe you were in on this with this ultimatum that you all gave Carlos King, either film my real life or don't film me at all. I think you blew it. I think Martel blew it. I think he called the bluff that he didn't really want to call. But you know what? That's fine too, because we really don't want to see Martel or you or your child on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And go get your own stuff. Maybe somebody watch y'all somewhere else, but not over here. It's a no for most people. And stop the narrative that you made anybody famous. You just said that about a week ago. You didn't make none of these people famous. Not a one. Get over it and move to the side. Go get you some business. Go take some classes. Go get your job. Go do something other than trying to get on Love and Marriage Huntsville and plotting with your baby daddy against his ex-wife, Melody Cherie Rodgers. And Martel, you done blew it. I hope you have. I really hope you have. I hope that Carlos King let you go on a hiatus for 3, 4, 5 years, or give you your pink slip and say we don't need you anymore, since you and your baby mama think that y'all can ambush someone into doing what y'all want them to do. And so you all have been, Martel, you and Curry have had a lot of failed plots going on here. And another plot that really disturbed a lot of the millimeters and a lot of people in general is your plot. Now, you said you didn't want your kids on social media. Oh, you came up with some reason, flowery reason, but it was a lie, and we all know it's a lie, that you didn't want your kids on social media. And then as soon as the judge granted you that, you brought your son with Arione Curry onto social media. So that was a plot against Melody. Another plot was when you, Martel Holt, allowed your baby mama to talk about your 4 kids. Actually, I'm just going to say Melody's 4 children. She talked about those kids. Well, she put those kids' name in her mouth. And we don't want to see it. We don't want Curry mentioning Melody's children's name because she, in my opinion, she doesn't mean these kids any good. And you are a horrible father for bringing them around her with the foul mouth that she has, the behaviors that she exhibits. She cannot erase any of those behaviors that we saw her. She wasn't portraying anything. That's who she is. But you're not any better because you are a foul individual too. But don't allow, Martel, your baby mama to put Melody's children's name on the internet. Don't let her even mention your children's name. You are I'm going to say this again. You are a horrible father, in my opinion, to even let her do that, to give her that option to put those kids' name in her mouth. And then you're out talking about she's buying coats for your children, putting those kids' name in her mouth, going around talking about she's shopping for the kids, and the foul things that she told Melody about you all are raising your all 6 kids and all of it. Another plot. We know that this woman cares nothing about those kids. She's using that to try to get back to do whatever she's trying to do. Again, it's not going to work. That's going to backfire on you too, Martel. You don't see it yet, but it's already in the making. You will pay for what you are allowing your baby mama to do with your 4 kids with Melody. You are wrong for that. But, you're wrong for a whole lot of things. But that is one of the most despicable things that you've done so far, is to allow that woman to get on social media and pretend like she's shopping for Melody's children. Melody's children did not want that cheap stuff. That stuff probably broke them out. The material is cheap. They're not even used to that kind of material. Melody has her kids in fine quality clothes, not that junk that your baby mama bought. So y'all can do one or two things. You can keep on plotting and keep on losing, or you can go on about your business, move to the side, leave Melody and her children alone, because she's going to keep on winning no matter whether you choose to cut it off now or continue to plot. The more you plot, the more she's going to win. The more you plot, the less you're going to win. The more you plot, the more you will lose. You can mark that. It's going to happen. You are going to continue to lose. Let me show you a reason that you and your baby mama need to stop. Remember how she used to talk about people with no edges in their hair? I'm going to show you this picture of you, Arione. I want you to see this too. And your baby daddy, Martel Holt, to see this picture of you, Arione Curry, at the gym last week. I think it was Saturday, with this big old bald spot on the side of your head. This showing that y'all might be stressed out, or someone that's 30 something years old, and you say you so young to have this big bald spot in your head. Hey, Martel, girl, whatever y'all do is your business, but I want you to see this too, so you can see how your plots are causing you a lot of stress, and how your plots are causing you to go down. Your plots against someone else. This is why people need to leave people alone. This is the main reason. When you look at this picture of you, Arione Curry, and anyone else seeing this picture of you with this big bald spot in your head, after you talk about all of your edges and other people didn't have edges, and oh, my hair, my hair, my hair. When people see this, this will be evidence that you don't mess with children of God. You don't mess with people. You go about your business and take care of your business. Then maybe you will have your own. Maybe you wouldn't be sitting around waiting on somebody else to do something for you. Go get your own. Like I said, move aside. Do your own thing. Stop plotting against people. That is what you need to do. But if you just choose to keep doing it, hey, you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same results. Let's just listen to a little bit more of what Martel had to say in this post. He said, the frustration you see on my face is her not doing what the producer said she was going to do. All this SHIT is definitely for TV. We're actors. So this is the same narrative again that Coleslaw has had from the beginning, which is a flat out lie. This is reality TV. But what that scene was not just for TV. This scene, if you all had met without the cameras, it would have been the same. If you had bought flowers, Melody would have said, take them to the kids. I don't want them. Just like she did. Now, let me ask you this, Martel. The 10 dozen roses, was that for TV? Was that where you acting then? We didn't see no TV, no scene. Y'all weren't even filming then. So was that for TV? Were you an actor then when you bought those 10 dozen roses? I think not. So that lie you telling Coleslaw over there, she keep on believing that foolishness. That's her business. But you keep on lying to her, and that's your business. And again, if she keep on believing it, that's on her. But let me tell you another thing. You're saying that Melody told the producers that she was going to do something that she didn't do. Now you tell us what that was. What is it that Melody told the producers that she was going to do, she didn't do? Was it that she was not going to embarrass you? That she wasn't going to tell the truth? What is it? Because we didn't see anything that she has not done before. When she told you, she has told you before that you cheated. We saw that in the scene. You said you were sorry about it. You said that before. We didn't see that she did anything other than when you threw the jab and said, when you got mad at her for not taking the flowers. So if you didn't want to bring the flowers, why didn't you just say, well, you know what? I really didn't want to bring the flowers. The producers asked me to bring it. Instead, you got upset when she told you to take the flowers to the children. And you said, why don't you just send them something? And she told you, I send them something all the time, even food to your house at times. So that's when your little ego got scarred. That's because people think now that you ain't feeding your kids. Now, that's not what she wanted to come across, because she said at times I send the kids food. You could take that however you want to, but you took it and it bruised your ego because you're the man. You're the dominant father. Now you're thinking, oh, I really hadn't been feeding these kids the way they're used to eating over their mom's house. So you're upset about that. So what you do, you and your baby mama come together and draft up this email or this little statement. And now y'all trying to make Melody look like you don't want her. This is for TV. You're a ball player. And I tell you what, and then also you saying they're making you look like a villain. You said that they're making you look like a villain. They're making you look like you're an abuser, a stalker, or making it seem like I want Melody back. Listen, Martel, who cares what it looks like when it comes to you wanting Melody back? You have said that you don't want Melody back. You have said that several times. So that shouldn't even matter. You are mad because no one is making you look like a villain. You're making yourself look like a villain because you know that you asked your baby mama to put out a tape, a revenge video on your wife. No, that's no one else making you look like a villain. That's you and your baby mama making you look like a villain, because if it had not been for your baby mama telling Carson Blue, if it had not been for your baby mama telling the blogger, no one would have audio proof that you actually asked her to do it. Now we have evidence. That's not Melody. That's not the show. That's you and your baby mama. And you're yelling at women, yelling and being aggressive with people on the cast members, the other cast members. Is not Melody making you look like an abuser. That's not the show making you look like you're an abuser. That's you making you look like you're an abuser, because you're verbally, when you attack someone, that is abusive as well. And not only and then you also said that they're making the show, you're tired of them making you look like a stalker. Now, I don't know which episode you're talking about with the stalker, but I do remember Queen Sheba told us in one of her videos, it could have been the live that you did with her, that Melody had to get authorities involved to prevent you from coming up to her house at night. And she have to have security. So again, that is not Melody and that is not the show. That is you making yourself look like a star. So again, here you are with this same narrative that Coleslaw have. Coleslaw said in one of those videos that the blogger released, you should have told them that I'm not filming without her. That's what she wanted you to tell the producers. And here you are. In your final statement, you said, film my real life or don't film me at all. And I say, don't film you at all. So that's all I have for this video. So drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. You think Coleslaw, Arione Curry, and Martel have other plots that have not been revealed yet? What do you think about Martel's ultimatum? Film my real life or don't film me at all. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful day, and remember, I am Aris. Stay tuned to the end of this video. I have another garden tip. All information is alleged and intended for entertainment purposes only. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Today's garden tip is companion plants. In the picture, you'll see a nasturtium, which is a companion plant. Companion plants are used to keep crops healthy, fertile, and pest-free. Nasturtiums can be planted alongside broccoli, cabbages, cauliflower, cucumbers, kale, and pumpkins. Purchase your nasturtium from Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, Amazon, wherever you want to get them from, in seed form. Punch a hole in your soil about 1 inch deep. Place a couple of nasturtium seeds in the hole and cover them up. In no time, you will have nasturtiums. Thank you for joining me again for another garden tip. And again, have a beautiful day.